Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Sakai Virtual Conference. I'm super excited for our agenda today. We've got a lot of great stuff for you. We'll start off with just a quick welcome to kind of recap some of the information on the agenda and get the day going. So let's go ahead and get started. Um, just some general tips for all of the presentation sessions throughout the day. Just remember that they will all be recorded. We'll be posting those recordings after the fact. I usually will send out an email to everyone to let you know as soon as they're available. We typically make them available on the Sakai YouTube channel. And during the sessions, please be sure to keep your microphone and your camera muted, unless you're participating or presenting, of course, just so that we don't get any extraneous background noise or distracting video. We do recommend that you use a headset and a microphone just to avoid any kind of audio feedback if you're speaking. And there's some additional tips and links and information on the attendee FAQ in the conference site. So if you haven't checked that out yet, you might want to take a quick look just to kind of run through some of the frequently asked questions that we've compiled there. So I'd like to start off today actually with a couple of icebreakers. So we're going to be using Poll Everywhere for this, and this Poll Everywhere is actually one of our sponsors this year. So you can use this URL here. You can go directly to that URL, or you can scan this QR code, and you can use either your computer or a mobile phone, whichever you prefer. And let's go ahead and go to the first activity. So this one should be open, and let me just make sure it's accepting. Yeah, it should be open for folks. I've got too many windows going. All right. So yeah, please point out on the map where you're from so we can just get an idea where folks are joining from. Excuse me. I already put my little dot on Florida. That's where I'm from. I know the map is a little big. You can actually zoom, especially if you're on your phone, you can kind of like zoom in on it to get a little more exact. But this will just kind of give us an idea of where folks are connecting from today. So I'll give you another couple minutes to pick out your spot on the map. Wow, we have someone from Hawaii. We're out in the Pacific there. All right. So as you can see, we're fairly global. I mean, yeah, there's a concentration in the U.S., but we have folks from other places too. So that's really cool. Oh wow, 7 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, that's impressive for those of you from the West Coast, or even further west to be joining at this hour. So I appreciate you guys participating. We've got a contingent from Spain, and yeah, so excellent. All right, so let me go to my next slide and get back to my presentation here. Let's just skip to this one. All right, so this one is actually a Wordle. Let me go ahead and activate it. You should be able to type into a little box when you connect and see this one. And I'd just like to get a sense of what people are hoping to get out of the day today. If you've attended these before, maybe there's things that you usually uh, expect in these types of events, but go ahead and put in whatever comes to mind for, your takeaways for today, and hopefully we can try to make that happen. I see ideas is coming up a lot. Tips. All right. Awesomeness. I like that one. Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you guys. You can keep entering stuff into the Wordle if you like. We're gonna move on because I don't want to take too much time for our welcome. But I appreciate you guys sharing, and hopefully we can get to a lot of this great stuff that you're entering in here. So let me go back to my slideshow. And I'd just like to let you guys know a fun fact. This year is actually our 10th annual Sakai Virtual Conference. So we've done 10 of these counting this year. So I thought that was kind of a milestone, and I thought it would be fun to look at the impact over that time. So over the last 10 years, we have actually raised more than $100,000 towards Sakai development just through this event. So I thought that was pretty impressive. I'm pretty proud of that since I've been heading up the virtual conference since we started it. So I thought that was very cool. And this is actually just the money, the proceeds from it. So this doesn't count like the swag and the prizes and things like that that we did to run the conference. This is after we've deducted all of that. And all of this has been kind of funneled back into the Sakai project to help promote the development of new features and underlying infrastructure. So it all kind of goes to a good cause. And not only the monetary gain, but we've also created a lot of really great video assets. If you go to the YouTube channel for Sakai, you'll see videos dating back all the way to 2014 for our annual conference. And I think we've had a lot of fun over that time. So I appreciate you guys who've been participating in all or most of them to keep coming back every year. So anyway, I thought this was kind of a nice snapshot to mark our 10th anniversary there. Another fun fact, speaking of anniversaries, is that the Sakai project actually turns 20 next year. So our 20th birthday for Sakai will be in 2024. So I thought that was pretty cool. Hopefully we can kind of make a lot out of that with some marketing campaigns. But anyway, so it's a little bit early still, but I'm going to wish Sakai a happy early birthday for turning 20, almost old enough to drink. All right, so I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. This event couldn't happen without them. So a very big thank you to Learning Experiences, Longsight, EDF, and Poll Everywhere for sponsoring our event this year. You guys are awesome. You always are very generous at contributing, and we really appreciate you helping us pull all this together. There will be, as one of our prizes, a drawing for the Poll Everywhere instructor accounts. So there's 2 free instructor accounts for folks to use Poll Anywhere for a year. So it's actually pretty good value. But we didn't want to put people into the drawing unless you really wanted to use it. And maybe you have an institution account that you already use, or maybe you're just not interested in using it. So if you want to be in the drawing, please sign up so that we know who to randomly draw from our smaller pool of folks. So you can go again to this QR code, or you can enter in this bit.ly URL to go and sign up for the prize drawing, and we'll do that at the end of the day. So I'll remind you again later about this, but for those of you who are here now and you're interested in being one of the folks in the random draw, go ahead and sign up there. All right, so this is our schedule for today. We have a lot of great content planned for you guys. We're going to be starting off actually with a slight change in schedule. Earl was actually on the agenda to do a technical session this morning at 10, but Earl is unfortunately very sick, so he couldn't make it today. So I will be doing a What's New in Sakai 23 session instead. So you get me as your consolation prize. So we'll be doing that immediately after the welcome here. And then we'll go into our lightning talks for the first round. Then there's a session on QA where Christina is going to show us how she breaks things. We'll have a short lunch break and then a quick trivia contest. So the winners will be awarded, we'll do first, second, and third place for the trivia. And those prizes get awarded at the end of the day. And then we have another great session from Julianne on lessons. So she'll be sharing some of her favorite tips and tricks for lessons. We have another round of lightning talks in the afternoon. And then we have a pair of sessions that I've grouped under Sakai and AI. It's two different presenters, but the theme was somewhat similar, so I put them together. So we have a couple of AI featured sessions. And then we have our wrap up where we award our prizes and do our poll drawing for the poll everywhere. And after that, if any of you guys are interested in sticking around for our fun activity, I have a murder mystery game planned. I usually try to do some sort of team building social exercise with these conferences. In the past, we've done karaoke, we've done escape rooms, we've done all kinds of stuff. So this year it's a murder mystery game and it's kind of improv slash role play. Some of it's scripted, some of it's not. So it should be fun. If you're interested in participating in that, that's happening right after the wrap up. So that is our day for today. And I do want to just briefly mention a few dates you want to keep in mind. So we do have some upcoming events. We're doing some Sakai Plus webinars. It's the same webinar, it's just on two different dates coming up next week and the following. So if you're interested in learning more about Sakai Plus, be sure to sign up for one of those. And in January, we're doing a joint webinar with Poll Everywhere about how to use Poll Everywhere with Sakai to engage your audience and use it for all sorts of neat tricks that you can do with online courses or even synchronous courses in the classroom. And then next year, we're tentatively looking at Madrid, Spain for our leadership retreat. Usually we have what we have called Sakai Camp in Orlando, but we're kind of changing the name a little bit, calling it more of a leadership retreat because that's kind of what it's turned into. And in all likelihood, it will be in Madrid. It's not 100% locked in. We're still discussing locations. But for those of you who wanted to get a jump start on maybe renewing a passport or something, just kind of keep that in mind. And more information will be forthcoming as soon as we lock down all the details. But just know that that's in discussion and it's a likely possibility sometime in the first part of the year in Q1. So, all right, so those are all my public service announcements for this morning. I hope you guys have a great day at the conference today. I'm going to pause the recording and then start it right back up again. We're in the same room, so you don't need to leave and come back. I'm going to pause the recording so that we have an easy stopping point for the recordings on YouTube later. So let me go ahead and do that now. And then I'll restart it again.